The city of Cleveland has released the results of the 2 surveys regarding the future of Burke Lakefront Airport. Find out what might happen after this. The Cleveland Plain Dealer reported on September 16th that Mayor Bibb and the city of Cleveland have unveiled the results of 2 surveys regarding the economic future of Burke Lakefront Airport. Bibb said the reports show there are more benefits to closing Burke than costs. He and other city officials caution that no decision has been made to close the airport, so no steps have been started in that direction yet. Redeveloping Burke with other uses, like mixed-use development, hotels, recreation, and open spaces, could generate up to $92 million per year in new economic activity, the report said. According to NEO Transblog, the closure of BKL would permit investment that would ultimately have greater economic activity than currently occurring at the airport, the eConsult report added. These studies are crucial in helping us understand the feasibility and potential benefits of transforming Burke Lakefront Airport into a space that better serves our community, Bibb said in a written statement. The findings have reinforced my long-held belief that closing Burke is both possible and economically advantageous for Cleveland. According to a 2023 tax report, Burke Lakefront is operating at a $900,000 loss, which is currently subsidized by Cleveland Hopkins. Closing the airport could potentially lower the cost per passenger at Hopkins. However, closing the airport would not be without its challenges. The FAA historically has not been in favor of closing airports, and it is likely that the agency would require the city to prove that closing the airport would benefit aviation in the area. While Burke's use has declined considerably over the years, it still is used for sports charters, healthcare operators, news agencies, corporate aircraft partners, police aviation, and flight schools. While much of that operation could be transferred to Hopkins, other airports would have to take up the slack. The largest operating loss for the area would be the loss of the Cleveland National Air Show, which generates about 1/3 of the total economic value of Burke Airport. The reports mention that the air show could not be moved to another airport in the region due to the air traffic constraints that those airports would see. However, closing the airport would have a minimal economic effect on the area, while redevelopment may generate tens of millions of dollars annually into the economy. Closing the airport would not be without significant challenges. In order to close the airport, the city would have to petition the FAA to close the airport and pay back around $10 million in grants that the airport has received from the government. They could potentially leave the airport as is until the leases expire in 2036, but would have to fund the airport out of pocket until then. They would also have to buy out leases currently used by operators at the airport, such as Signature Aviation, which is believed to be around $16.5 million. Waiting until the leases expire would not need federal intervention or approval. The Port Authority is also considering the expansion of the landfill on the north side of the airport, which is currently fixed due to FAA regulations. Some options being considered are leaving the airport as is, leaving it open but building hotel space on the southwest side of the field, or closing the airport for mixed use, such as park space, playing fields, or mixed housing and retail space. Interestingly, the city did consider a hotel on the site in the past, but could not get FAA approval to build near the runways. Geological studies on the landfill are yet to be completed. One option, selling the land to the Cleveland Browns for a new stadium, is still on the table, as the team and the city still are working on possible agreements that would keep the team downtown. Any future closure of the airport would likely take years, but it will be interesting to see what the city chooses to do with the land in the future, as well as the completion of the new master plan at Hopkins Airport, expected to begin next year. Keep it here at Nick Flies Media for the latest updates on aviation in the Cleveland area. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my new merchandise store for aviation-themed apparel. Thank you for watching.